Without using a mathematical table or a calculator, evaluate this. So here, you need to use body mass for you to show that you did not use a calculator. So we start with the bracket where we have now -3 times everything that is in the bracket. The bracket is 6 plus -2, that is 6 minus 2, because a positive times a negative is a negative. So that one is going to be 4. And then minus -12 divided by 4. That is the next division, which is going to be -3. And then plus 5. First you write the new, that is the numerator. The next one we multiply this, that is -12. Negative times a negative is positive 3 plus 5. -12 plus 8. And the answer is -4. The denominator. In the denominator, we start with multiplication, that is -4 times -6, which is 24, plus -3 times 6, -15. A negative times a positive is a negative, so it is 24 minus 15. And the answer is 9. Now we combine the numerator over denominator, which is equal to -4 divided by 9. Express this number in mixed number. It means this number is 5.5555 ikienda mpaka endless. It is a recurring number, so you say let R is equal to 5.555. So it means that 10R will be 10R will remove this point to the next one. It will be 5.555. So ukiangalia after the decimal point, hii numbers zinafanana. Sikifanana, now you subtract. After the decimal point, kitu naangalia, are the numbers that comes after the decimal point the same? Kama zinafanana, basi you subtract. 0. 55 minus 5 is 50. 9R minus R is 9R. So 9R equal to 50 divided by 9 divided by 9. So R, my fraction, is equal to 50 divided by 9 is going to be 5, remain 5 over 9. 49 without using a calculator. So how will you show that you have not used a calculator? You should know that 49, 3 over 2 is the same as, this one is the square root of this number. It's the same as, this one is the cube, square root of 49. Hii venye imeandikwa hivi na hii ni same. Sawa sawa. But we know the square root of the cube, no. Yeah, chini ni square root, so hapa inakuanga square root and then the power is 3. So the square root of 49 is 7. So this one is 7 raised to power 3. 256 divided by 2401 raised to power 3 over 4 means, yeah, chini is 4. It means the fourth root of this number and then raised to power 3. The fourth root of 256 divided by the fourth root of 2401 and everything raised to power 3. That's what it means. Sawa? So here, the fourth root of this one is 4. The fourth root of this one is 7. Nimemaliza hii ndani the fourth root. The fourth root unafanya vipi? Kupata fourth root of a number ama fifth root, unafinya, kama unatafuta fourth root, unafinya 4 Sasa natafuta fourth root, tunafinya 4, alafu shift, alafu this here. Sawa? And then you put the number inside. For example, my number is 256. So you place that, you find the fourth root of that number is 4. If I wanted the fifth root of a number, fifth root in 5, shift this number, and then 32. We know that one should be right? Sorry, 32. Anyway, that is how you get the fifth root, fourth root of a number using a calculator. Now we have this one as the fourth root of the number inside here, and then everything here is to power what? Power 3 because of this power. So then finally now we will have we have this one 7 raised to power 3 times, because it requires multiplication, times this one, which is now 4 raised to power 3 over 7 raised to power 3. 7 raised to power 3, this one and this cancels out. 4 raised to power 3 is 64, and that is the final answer. A rectangular floor of a room measuring this long, this wide, the room is to be covered with square tiles. Calculate the minimum number of square tiles that can be used to cover the floor. So we are looking for the minimum number of tiles. First, let us get the factors. 4.2, let us use 42. You can assume that one is in millimeters, and then 54. The common factors here is the factors times 3 times 7. Here the factors for 54. The room is 54 and 42. So we are looking for the factors of this. That this one is 2 times 2 times 3 times 3. So the greatest common device of this one, we are looking for the GCD. It is going to be 2. The number common here is 2. The number common here is 3. So the greatest common divisor is 6. So this 6 is in centimeters or millimeters, whichever it is. We need to turn. Remember hapa niliweka 50, ilikuwa 5.4, nikaweka 54. So to take this 6 back, I will put 0.6. So 6 is the same as 0.6 nikipeleka into meters. Now to get the number of is 5.4, the area of the room times 4.2, you divide by the area of the square. So one side of that tile is 0.6. So the square of the tile will be 0.6 times 0.6. And this one will give you 63 tiles. Give you 63 tiles. So here we start with the numerator. To simplify this, unajua hii ni sum, hii ni product, the sum here is -1. So unatafuta namba mbili inakupea the sum -1 and the product -6. Those numbers are -4 and 3. -4 plus 1 plus 3, the answer is -1. So now we simplify that one, that is 2x square minus 4xy plus 3xy. This one will give me negative this, minus 6xy y square. Now I group them into 2. I will have 2x into the remaining x minus 2y, right? Plus the common factor here is 3y into x minus 2y. Now kwa sababu hii na inafanana, now you group this and this, that is 2x plus 3y x minus 2y. Utakuwa umemaliza the numerator. Tunaenda kwa denominator. Denominator pia, the product ni 4, the sum ni -4. Ni namba gani mbili ukipiga inakuletea +4, ukiziongeza inakuwa -2. So those numbers is -2, -2. Sawa? So -2 plus -2, the answer is -4. -2 times -2, the answer is 4. Very good. And now we put x square minus 2xy minus 2xy plus 4y square. Now we group them into 2. The common factor here is x into x minus 2y minus, the common factor here is 2y into x minus, because a negative times a positive is going to be negative, 2y. So we hii na hii inafanana, we combine this and this, x minus 2y, x minus 2y. Now we combine the numerator and the denominator. We have this one as x, 2x plus 3y. I'm copying the numerator, and x minus 2y. We divide by the denominator, x minus 2y, x minus 2y. So this and this will cancel out, and the final answer is 2x plus 3y divided by x minus 2y. The line y, 2y plus x is equal to 1 is perpendicular to a line L. Line L passes through point 2, -1. Determine the equation of line 1 in line L in the form of y is equal to mx plus c, where m and c are the constants. So first let us get the gradient of this line, and then we know the relationship between perpendicular lines. So 2y plus x is equal to 1. Ili tupata gradient ya hii line lazima tuandike equation in the form of y is equal to mx plus 1. So tunawacha y on the left side, tunapeleka x on the other side, inakuwa -x plus 1. Lakini for us to know the gradient lazima to make sure hapa inabaki tu ikiwa y. So divide by 2, divide by 2. So y equal to a half negative x plus a half. So the gradient of this line is equal to -1/2. But perpendicular line, when you the relationship between their gradient is that when you multiply their gradient, the answer is -1. So m1 times m2, the answer should be -1. So gradient of L equal to 2. So that 2 times this one, the answer is -1. So now we have the gradient of line 2. The line 2 is passing through 2, -1. We take the general point x, y. Now we can now get the equation. But najua gradient equal to change in y over change in x. So y is y minus this minus 1 over x minus 2. And the answer is 2. This one is the same as y plus 1 over x minus 2 equal to 2. The next thing now is to multiply over 1, cross multiply. We will have y plus 1 is equal to 2x minus 4. Y is equal to 2x minus 4 minus 1. Ikienda pande. Y equal to 2x minus 5. And that is the equation of that line L in the form of y is equal to mx plus c. The sum of interior angles of a regular polygon is 1260 degrees. Find the size of each exterior angle of the polygon. The sum is given by the formula n minus 2 times 180, or 2n minus 4 times 90. This one gives us the sum. So we can use either this or this. But this n minus 2 times 180 equal to 1260, the sum. So let us open this, which is 180n minus 360 is equal to 1260. Like terms together, 180n is equal to 1260 plus 360. 180n is equal to 1620. So we divide by both sides by 180. So n is equal to 9. So the number of sides of this polygon is 9. But we are asked to find each exterior angle. Hapo ndio unajua ujanja iko. Find each exterior angle. So each exterior angle of a polygon is given by 360 divided by n. So 360 divided by 9, and that one is 40 degrees. Each exterior angle is 40 degrees. Using the grid below, provided below, solve the simultaneous equation. So we are solving this simultaneous equation using the graph. This is what we call the graphical method of solving a simultaneous equation. Kwa hivyo kwa equation tumepewa, unaandika the value of x, you pick a number that you want to choose. I have picked 3 and negative 3. Sasa kwa hii x, 3 na negative 5, una substitute kwa hii equation. Nimechukua equation ya kwanza ndio hii. When x is 3, that will be 3 minus 4y is equal to 5. So hii positive x itarudi pande hii. So tutakuwa na 3 minus 4y equal to negative 5. When x is 3, mahali kuna x una substitute. So hii itakuja huku itakuwa negative 4y equal to negative 8. Divided by negative 4 divided by 4, so itakuwa 2y. Unafanya the same here. When y is 0, this is now x minus 4y equal to negative 5. Y is 0. If y is 0 here, everything is 0. X will be negative 5. So you find a value. Also, you do the same here. X negative 1. If x is negative 1, it's going to be negative 1. Negative 1 itakuwa 1. 1 itaenda kwa 0. Sawa? Let us see. Negative 1. Negative 1 plus 2y equal to 1. Hii ni 1 plus 2y equal to 1. Hiki kuja huku sitakuwa minus equal 0, so y is going to be 0 like that. So now ziko na hizi points, I want to use them to plot the graph. When x is 3, x-axis x here is 3. What is the value of y? The value of y is 2. So I have this point here. When x is negative 5, x is negative 5, negative 5 is here. The value of y is 0 there. So I have now 2 points I use to draw the line. I will draw my line here. I have drawn my line, and this is my line x minus 4y equal to negative 5. That is my line. Then I have the other line, x is negative 1. When x is negative 1, y is 0. That is the point here. When x is 7, y is 4. Y is 4 here. So I draw this line from here up to there. This is and this is the line negative x plus 2y equal to 1. Now where the two lines meet, that is the solution for the simultaneous equation. So the two lines meet at the point where we have x is 3, y is 2. So x is equal to 3 and y equal to 2, and that was the answer. So you get your marks like that. Given that sin this cos this equal to this, find the value of cos for theta plus 40. Kwanza unafaa kujua sin when combined with these are complementary angles. Complementary angles, they add up to 1 or to 90. So sin theta, sin angle plus cos angle, the answer is 90. So sin theta plus 30 plus cos 2 theta, the answer is 90. Once you have done that, now you do away with the sine or the cosine. You remain with theta plus 30 plus 2 theta, the answer is 90. Theta plus this one, we will have 3 theta plus 30, the answer is 90. Like terms together, 3 theta is equal to 90 minus 30. 3 theta equal to 60. Divided by 3, divided by 3. So theta itself equal to 20 degrees. Theta is equal to 20 degrees. Now, tumeshapata theta, we are going to use to solve this one. Cos into theta plus 40. Now we have cos into 20 plus 40 kwa sababu tushapata theta ni 20. So we will have cos 60. Cos 60 is the same as 0.5. You take your calculator and place cos 60, which is a half. In the figure below, AB and CD are arcs of two concentric circles. Center O, angle AOB is 60, and AD is 7, BC is 7 centimeter. So tuko na hapa two sectors. There is this small here and there is this big, but what they share is the angle. So kuna distance, the radius of the big one is r plus 7. The radius for the small one is r because we don't have it. So r. So we know how to get the length of an arc. This is an arc. But we have given that the perimeter of ABC, the perimeter of ABCD is this. Find OA. Find OA, the radius of the inner circle. The radius of the inner circle. That's what we are looking for. Kwanza, let us get the length AB, because for us to get the perimeter, lazima tulikuwa na hii ndio tukaongeza zote zikakuwa 28 or 3 over 2 over 3. So let us get AB. AB is an arc length. And the arc length is gotten by theta over 360 2 pi r. So this one will be 60 over 360 times 2 times pi r. So we are going to have pi is 20 over 7. So we can cancel this one here, this here, 6, here 1, here 3. So we are going to have pi divided by this one, we are going to have 1.0476 r. So the length AB is 1.0476 r. But when you add this, you add everything here. So length AD, length DC, this is also another arc length. This is another arc length, but the radius is going to be r plus 7. DC is going to be 60 because they are sharing the angle over 360 times 2 times pi 20 over 7 times radius, and the radius is going to be r plus 7. that is the radius. So hiyo yenye tumepata ni DC. DC, and this is DC. But to get the perimeter, you add the DC, you add 7, you add AB, and then you add this. So, and then plus 7 is in 14, and then plus AB. AB with tumepata hiyo ni 1.0476R. All of this will give us 2/3 centimeters. All of this will give us that. Now we can simplify. 6, 3, 1. Now we will have this one. We have pi times r, we will have pi r plus 7 times pi. Here we have divided by 3. That is a 3 here. Or to avoid this confusion, let me remove this pi. So we will have 22/7. Down here there is 3. So we will have 22/21. So 22/21 into r plus 7 plus 14 plus 1.0476R equal to 28, 2/7. So let us open this one. We will have 22/20. Nimesema wapi 27, 21. 7 times 3 ni 21. Over 21R plus this times this is going to be, the total is going to be, that is 154. 22 times 7 is 154 divided by 21, and then plus 14 plus 1.04 R 76R 28, 2/3. 2/3. So this one like terms together, this plus this, it's going to be 1.0476 R plus E ni plus like terms together plus E divided by itakuwa 7.3334 is equal to 28, 2/3. Hii ukiongeza hii itakuwa 2.095 2R is equal to, ikikuja pande hii itakuwa, you subtract that, this one is going to be 7, so itakuwa you subtract, is going to remain 7.3334. Hii utaichukua pande hii kwa subtraction, sawa? Itabaki 7 this. So we want R, you divide by 2.0952 divided by 2.0952. This one goes, so R, you realize that it's going to be 3.5 centimeters. Using a ruler and a pair of compass only, construct a parallelogram ABCD in which AP is 6 cm, PC is this, and angle ADC is 150 degrees. So if we sketch, that parallelogram will look like this. It's going to look like this. So we have AB 6 centimeters, BC 5 centimeters, and DC here. So we have this angle here 150. Sasa swali ni hii angle already iko juu ya hewa, hatujui tutaipata vipi, tutapata aje, lakini unafaa kujua kwamba in a parallelogram these opposite angles they are equal. So hii ni 150. This angle here and this angle they are equal. Sawa sawa. And this angle and this angle they add up to 180. So hapo obviously ni 30. Sawa, hiyo ndio kitu ulifaa kujua. Kwamba kama umepewa the angle ADC, ADC. Sasa wataka aje ujue hii, unafaa kujua kwamba hii na hii zinafanana. Kwa hivyo sasa tunachora line AB na tunatengeneza hapa 150. 150 ni kutengeneza 230 hapa na hiyo story imeisha. So let us do it. So we have our A and AB is 6 centimeters. I have measured my 6 centimeter here. So 6 centimeter, this is B. Now what I will do, I will extend this line. Let me extend this line a little bit here. I will stand here at B and mark a point here. So I will use this point to draw 60 degrees. 60 degrees. Do you know how to draw 60? So this one is 60. I will put a dotted line there. This one is 60. So, but what I want 30. I want to bisect this 60 nipate 30. So to bisect an angle, you mark here like that. And then you stand at this point here. You open the pair of compass, whichever length you want. Stand here. Mark, have a mark up there. Yes. Stand here na ingoje iache kufade. Mark it here. Now by doing nimebisect ili sikuwa 60, nimebisect mara mbili, that is 30. So now I have my line. Like that. Sasa ukitumia protractor to check, you realize that this angle, if I measure this angle here, you can clearly see that this is 30. Umeona? It is exactly 30. So kutoka hapa mpaka hapa ni 30. Kutoka hapa mpaka hapa ni 150. So that 150 plus 30 ni 180. So already nimetengeneza 150. Nimetengeneza hii 150 na ile D iko upande huko sijui mahali iko ni 150 because opposite sides opposite angles of a parallelogram they are equal. Now niko na PC which is 5 cm. I measure that. PC 5 centimeters and I give you the measurement. So 5 cm here. So that one is BC. That is C. Now, if I have this measurement here, this AD, hiyo line lazima ikuwe pia 5 cm kwa sababu BC they are parallel. They are parallel, so I will stand it there and do that way. And this line here, AB, lazima itoshane na hii hapa juu. So nitasimama kwa C, niweke mahali hii itakutana hapo, itakutana. So let me again do this. Very good. So hapa mahali zimemeet, I will join. Roho yangu inakaaje? Why are you letting me down? So, and then I will join this one. So this is D. Definitely, if you measure now D, if you measure D, you realize it's going to be 150. Let us check. Are you seeing that it is 150 here? Yeah, this is 160, this is 150, this is 140. So already D ni 150 na umepata marks yako. Thank you very much. Next. A Kenyan non-governmental organization NGO received donation of this dollars. Calculate the amount of money in Kenya shillings the NGO got. So hapa na unatumia kitu inaitwa for kebu and kebu Kcse. When you want to change Kenya to foreign, you use Kcse. Foreign to Kenya, you use buying column. Buying column, this one. When you change Kenya to foreign, you use sell column. So this one kuna foreign, so ana change to Kenya. So we are going to use which column? Buy. $1 is equal to 102.40. Tunauliza hizo zake zenye alikuwa nazo 20 hizo. Itakuwa ngapi? So ni 2 times 10 2.4 divided by 1. Itakuwa 480 million. So this one is in Kenya shillings. He used 90%. He used 90% donation to buy a machine from Japan. Calculated the cost of the machine to the nearest Japan yen. So let us now get the 90%. So 90 over 100 times this 20, 48,000. This will give us 184, 320, 18 million, 420,000. So this is the money that was used to buy the machine. But we know that now we are changing Kenya shillings to yen, because in Japan they use a yen. So we are going to use, it is now Kenya to foreign. So Kenya to foreign, we are going to use Kcse, and that is the selling column. So 100 yen, Japanese yen, is equal to 93.3 Kenya shillings. We are going to ask 18,420,000 Kenya shillings will be called how many yens? So we will have 18,420,000 times 100 divided by 93.3. And this one gives us 19,755,627 yen. A chord of a circle 7 cm long subtends an angle of 60 degrees at the center of the circle. Determine the area correct to 2 decimal places of the major segment of the circle. You mark that. So this one is a circle which has a chord. So, and this chord is 7 cm. Hatujui ni chord ni radius ama ni diameter ama ni gani. Lakini what we know, a chord goes to the center, a chord also goes to the center. This one is radius. But we have been given the angle at the center is 60. So if we divide this one like this, we will have here 30 and here is this 30. This one from here, this chord is 3.5. 3.5 you may divide. So we can easily now get the radius using toa. So our radius is given by sine 30 is equal to opposite which is 3.5, divided by hypotenuse, which is the radius. So my radius here is going to be 7 centimeters. Sasa nishapata the radius. Na tumeambiwa to calculate the area. So from here up to here is 60. Hii ni 60 na hiyo ni minor segment. So the major segment is this one, which is 360 minus 60, which is 300 degrees. Sasa. So hapo ndio nilikuambia mark the major segment. Sawa? So the major segment itakuwa na 300 degrees. Now we know how to get calculate what? Determine the area. So area of a segment is given by theta over 360 pi r square. That is the area. But now our angle is going to be 300 because it is a major segment. 360 times by 22 over 7 times radius is 7 square. This one will give us 128.3 centimeters square. A vertical electric pole was erected 6.4 meters from the foot of the vertical fencing pole on the same horizontal level. The fallen pole, the fencing pole, is 2 meters high. The angle of elevation of the top of the electric pole from the top of the fencing pole is 30 degrees. Determine the height of the electric pole corrected to 1 decimal place. So you need to, so if this is the fence, let me just sketch the fence. The fence has a distance to the pole, which is 6.4 meters. And let me say this one is the post. So, and this is the fence, the top of the fence. This is the fence. So, at this point, the fence and the pole are the same height. But from here now, there is an angle of elevation here. Ambao tumeambiwa, the angle of elevation of the top of the electric pole, this is the electric pole, from the top of the fencing, this is the electric pole, this is the pole, and this is the fence. The angle of elevation of the top of the electric pole from the top of the fencing pole, this is the top, is 30 degrees. But we know the fence is 2 meters high. So from here also is 2 meters. So what we don't know is this. But we know from here up to here, from here up to here is the same. So here is 6.4. So we simply have x. We want to get x. Tumeulizwa the height of the pole, the electric pole. That's simple. We use tukatoa tan theta equal to toa opposite over adjacent. So opposite x over adjacent 6.4. So tan 30 will be opposite x divided by 6.4. So x is going to be 3.695 meters. So that is x. But we want to determine the height of the electric pole from here up to here. So from here up to here is 2, from here up to here is 3.4. So the height will be 3.695 plus 2. But to 1 decimal place, so we are going to have 5.7 meters. 5.7 meters. Here you just need to add the time they took, 1.35, 31. So we are kimbia 45 minutes. For seconds, we are kimbia 43 seconds. This is 0, 0, 0, 0. Kimbia 44. We are kimbia 45. So you simply need to add. You will find the total time they took is 38:28. The figure below shows a quadrilateral APC on a mirror line M1, M2. This is the mirror and this is the object. Draw the quadrilateral, this one, image of this under the reflection in the mirror line. Kwa hivyo, kama hii ni mirror, the distance from C to the mirror itakuwa the same distance from the mirror to C1. The distance of B to the mirror will be the same distance, the equal distance from B to the image. Hiyo ndio kitu nafaa kuchukua. Kwa hivyo, draw a perpendicular line from here to the mirror. Extend that line here and measure the same distance. B to the mirror, a perpendicular, make sure it is straight, a perpendicular 90 degrees. Iende kwa mirror, na from the mirror mpaka hapo, the same distance from this here will be the same distance there. So you make sure you draw perpendicular, a very straight line. You will use a protractor to ensure that your line is perpendicular. You will use a protractor to measure and make sure your angle is perpendicular. Perpendicular lazima ikuwe 90 degrees to the mirror, 90 degrees. So the same distance from C to the mirror will be the same distance from the mirror to where C is. So the same distance from B to the mirror will be the same distance from the mirror to the image. The same A here will be the same distance from here to the image. The same distance from here to the ingia. Now join C to C prime to where the same distance venye nimesema kutoka hapa mpaka hapa. Object distance and image distance lazima zikuwe the same. So mpaka hapa. It means hapa ndio tuko na C prime. D prime the same from here. So from here up to here, this is where we have D prime. The same distance from B mpaka hapa. This is where we have B prime. A prime. From here up to here. This is where we have A prime. Now what you do, you join these points. You join CD, join AD prime, and that is our image, which is exactly this one but inverted. So you can see it is the same, but hata ukisimama mbele ya kioo mkono wa kulia inakuwa kushoto, jicho la kulia linakuwa la kushoto, kwa hivyo inakuwa inverted. Inakuwa not inverted but inakuwa kuna venye huwa ina change, so ndio maana imechange hivyo. Sasa state the type of congruence between this. So what the congruence between this one is the opposite congruence. So or indirect, we call it indirect congruency or opposite congruence. Opposite congruence. Three business partners, Kcse, Kimani and Atieno, contributed this towards an investment. Kcse contributed 20% of the money. Kimani and Atieno contributed the remainder in the ratio of this to that, respectively. Calculated the amount of money Kimani contributed. So both of them, they contributed 100%. but Kcse contributed 20%, meaning Kimani and Atieno contributed 80%, so minus 20% for Kcse. We will have 80% is the money contributed by these two, Kimani and Atieno. So now we can get the money, which is 80 over 100 times 175, the total amount. So both, they contributed 1,400,000. That is Kimani and Atieno. But they contributed in this ratio 3 over 8 times this one is, let me write, Kimani. We are to actually Kimani. Kimani contributed 3 over the total, that is 3 over 8 times this. And that one will give us Kenya shillings 525,000. So this is the money Kimani contributed. Find the ratio of the contribution of the three. If it was 100%, Kimani Kcse gave 20%. This one is going to be 30% and 50%. So Kimani will be 30%. So the ratio is 2 to 3 to 5. The money earned a compound interest at a rate of 8% per annum. After 3 years, the partners withdrew the interest and donated 10% of the charitable to a charitable organization. The partners then shared the remainder in the ratio of their contribution. Calculate the amount of money to the nearest shillings that each partner contributed. So let us calculate the amount. Amount will be principal 1 plus r over 100 raised to power n. The principal is going to be, this is our principal, 175 into 1 plus the rate 8 over 100 raised to power 3. This one will be 175 times, this one is 0, is 1.08 raised to power 3, and that one will give us 2. So this is the amount. But remember, interest equal to amount minus principal. That is now 22,04,496 minus the principal, so that we get the interest. And our interest is going to be Kenya shillings 496. So this is the money they are going to share. But before they share, 10% is going to a charitable. So 10%. So they are going to share 90% of this money. This money, 10% is going to be donated. So the money that they are going to share is 90%. So we can directly say 90 over 100 times this. So the money to be shared is equal to 409,046. So this is the money that they are going to share in their ratio of contribution. So Kcse will get 2 over 10 because the ratio is 2 plus, that is 10 times 409,046. That one will give us Kenya shillings 81,809. Next one is Kimani. Kimani is 3, so it is 3/10 times 409,046. That one will give us Kenya shillings 122,714. The last one is Atieno, which is 5/10 times this 49,046. That one will give us shillings 204,2523. So that is a solid consists of a conical part, cylindrical part, and a hemispherical part. All of the parts have the same diameter of 12 centimeters. The height of the cylindrical part is 15, and the starting height of the conical part is 10 centimeters. Take pi to be this, calculate the height of the solid. So first let us try to draw the solid. So this solid could be inaweza kuonekana kama hii, kwa sababu kuna hii cylinder, kuna hemisphere here, and then kuna hii conical hapo. So amesema hii kuna inakuanga na hint yake, na hii amesema ni 10. Kutoka hapa mpaka hapa amesema ni 15. Sawa? Tumeambiwa the diameter is 12. So kutoka hapa mpaka hapa ni 12, meaning mpaka hapa ni 6. The diameter kutoka hapa mpaka hapa ni ngapi? Ni 6. That is okay. So from here up to here is 15. So we are asked to find the height from here up to here. So kwanza we have to get the height of the conical flask, the conical part. And that one is easy. Now we will extract this one, whereby this one is 10 and this one is a 6. Definitely this one is 8. How do you get 8? 10 square minus 6 square, which is 64 square root, which is 8 centimeters. So this one is 8. So from here up to here is 8. From here up to here is 15. So tumepakisha kutoka hapa mpaka hapa. Lakini hii ni hemisphere, so kutoka hapa mpaka hapa ni 6, kwa sababu kama kutoka hapa mpaka hapa ni 6, the diameter is 6, the radius is 6, so also from here up to here is going to be 6. Kwa hivyo hapa mpaka hapa ni 6. So the total height of the solid will be 6 plus 15 plus 8. 8 from here up to here, and that one will be 29 centimeters. So the height of the solid is 29. Calculate the surface area of the solid. So it means we are going to calculate the surface area of the conical flask plus the cylinder and then the hemisphere. Hapa kwa conical flask tuna calculate curved surface area. Hii mabati tu peke yake ya hapa nje. Hii sako hatutaiweka. Hii cylinder tunaenda kucalculate tu curved surface area of the cylinder. Hatutaunganisha hii sako na tutaweka hii sako, kwa sababu hii ni horo. Hii ni mkebe, kitu yani kitu iko na shimo katikati kwenda juu. Kwa hivyo tutaunganisha hii, hatutatumia hii sako. Hata hii hapa chini hatutatumia. Hii sasa tunaenda kucalculate the surface area of an hemisphere. Sawa? Peke yake. Hiyo ndio tunaenda kuunganisha. So surface area is equal by, nitaka kuanza na ya conical flask itakuwa pi RL, hiyo ni curved surface area. Then plus the curved surface area of a cylinder inapeanwa by pi 2 pi r peke yake. That is the curved surface area of a cylinder, pi 2 pi r h. And then finally the surface area of the hemisphere. Hemisphere surface area, sphere yenyewe inakuanga 4 pi r square. Hiyo ni sphere. So hemisphere ni a half. So itakuwa 2 pi r square. hiyo ni hemisphere. Now tuunganishe, hii itakuwa 22/7. Tulikuwa tumepewa 3.14, so itakuwa 3.14 2 times r, the radius is 6, times l, which is 10, plus 2 times 3.142 times r6 times height of the cylinder 15, and then plus hemisphere 2 times 3.142 times r square, which is 6 square. This one will be 18.52 plus 6.224 plus 565.56, and now the total will be 980.304 centimeters square, but tuliambiwa to 1 decimal place. This is the same as 980.3 centimeters square. So ni vizuri sana kushika formulas. Kama hujui formula hesabu itakuwa ngori. Volume, we are now going to calculate the volume of the cone, the volume of the cylinder, and the volume of the hemisphere. Lazima ujue formula, my friend. Hapo hakuna shortcut. So the formula of the cone is given by a third pi r square h. Hiyo ni cone, sawa? Plus the formula, the volume of the cylinder, which is pi r square h, plus the formula of the hemisphere. Hemisphere is 2/3 pi r cube. That is the formula. Remember, the formula for calculating the sphere is 4/3 pi r cube. Hiyo ni sphere. So hemisphere is a half, ndio maana tunatumia 2. Sawa. So this one is a third times 3.142 times 6 square times h. H is 8, the cone, times 8, plus 3.142 times 6 square times 15. That is the cylinder. And then finally 2/3 times 23.142 times 6 cube. This one will be now a total of 2,450.76 centimeters cube, which is equal to 1 decimal place 2450.8 centimeters cube. The average speed of a pickup was 20 kilometers per hour, faster than the average speed of a lorry. The pickup took 45 minutes less than the lorry to cover a distance of 108 kilometers. If the speed of the lorry was x kilometers per hour, write expressions in terms of x for the time taken by the lorry and the pickup, respectively, to cover the distance of 180 kilometers. So we know that we want to express in terms of the time taken. So we know that time equal to distance over speed. So now for the lorry, it will be the distance, which is 180 divided by x. So now time for the pickup will be 180 divided by x plus 20, and that is it. So determine the speed of the lorry and that of the pickup. Tulishaambiwa kwamba speed of the pickup was 20 kilometers faster, and then the pickup took 45 minutes less. Kwa hivyo the lorry ilichukua more time, which was 45 minutes more. That's why the pickup took 45 minutes less, meaning the time for the rolly minus the time for the pickup, the answer is going to be 45 minutes. 80 minus x, over x, 180 over x plus 20. This one will give us 45 over 60. Tunaweka over 60 kwa sababu lazima tubadilishe hii time into hours kwa sababu our speed was in kilometers per hour. So hii ilikuwa minutes, 45 minutes. So we need to convert to hours. So by so doing, we can see that the LCM, okay, this one 15 here 3, 15 here 4. So we will have 3 over 4. 3 over 4. So let me take this one. The LCM is going to be x into x plus 24. That is the LCM. So we are multiplying everything. So here x inaenda hapa mara ngapi? Inaenda 4x plus 80. So now we are going to have 180 into 4x plus 80. E times in 80, E times in 4x. Minus hii x plus 20 inaenda kwa hii LCM yetu mara ngapi? Inaenda 4x. So tunaenda kukuwa na 180 times 4x is equal to hii LCM yetu inaenda hapa mara ngapi? Tuna multiply LCM every term. Hapa inaenda mara ngapi? Inaenda x square. In fact 4x square. 4x square. Ama hii 4 inaisha na hii. So inaenda x square minus plus 20x. So this one will be 3 into x square plus 20x. So if we open this one, we will have 720x plus 14400 minus 720x is equal to 3x square plus 60x. 720x will cancel out because 720 minus 720 is 0. So we will have now this one 3x square plus 60x minus 14000 is equal to 0. Hii ilikuwa on the right side, so ikienda pande itakuwa negative. We divide by 3 both sides. Every side here we will have that x square plus 20x minus 480 equal to 0. So two numbers that will give us, we will have 60 and 80. So minus x minus 60, x plus 80 will give us 0. Nimeruka step moja hapo ya kutafuta hizi numbers. I hope unajua. So here x is going to be either 60 or x is going to be negative 80. So we take the x, the value which is positive, because the speed is going to be positive. So the speed x is equal to 60, meaning that the speed of the lorry is 60 kilometers per hour, meaning that the speed of the pickup is 60 plus 20, which is equal to 80 kilometers per hour. The distance between town A and B is 240 kilometers. On a certain day, the pickup started from town A to this at this AM, and the lorry started from P town B at the same time. Determining the time the lorry and the pickup met. Now we have two towns here, A and B, 240 kilometers. Here it started 8:30 a.m. Also this one started 8:30 a.m. Right? But we notice this one is the lorry. This one is the pick up. We know the speed of the pickup is 60 kilometers per hour. The speed for this one is 80 kilometers per hour. No, this is the opposite, 80, 60. Now, they came to meet here. So hapa, because they are hii inakuja na hii inaenda, they are going to meet, so we find the relative speed. The relative speed is to add the individual speed. So relative speed is equal to 80 plus 60. And that one gives us 140 kilometers per hour. So time taken to meet equal to distance divided by relative speed, which is equal to 40 divided by 140. And this one gives us 1 hour 43 minutes. 1 hour 43 minutes. So they started 8:30 a.m. So you add 1 hour 43 minutes. 0 plus this is 3. This is 7, so that's 1. This is 9, 10. So they met 10:13 a.m. The position vector A and B is this. A point M is on AB such that AM is a half AB, that is 1/2, 1/2. And point N is on OB and nimeiweka such that ON and NB is 1 to 3, 1 to 3. So hii sketch ni wewe ndio unachora ili upate kuitumia. So find AB. So AB, that is AO plus OB. And that one is, we are going to reverse, so we are going to have negative into 2, 4 plus OB, which is 12, negative 4. So this minus this plus that is going to be 10. This minus that is going to be this is negative. Sorry, this one is going to be negative. In fact, let me put it in negative side. Hii negative nimeweka kwa sababu we are going the opposite direction. Kutoka OA ni 2 ni 2, 4. So tukirudi hivi inakuwa negative, ndio maana nimeweka negative. Sawa? So negative 2 plus 12, the answer is 10. Negative 4, the answer is negative 8. So AB equal to 10, 8 negative. I think we should write it in column vector, in column form. MN, M. So we want this one, NM. So NM is equal to NO plus OM. But NO is the reverse of this. We are going against this arrow, so it's going to be negative. This is 1/4 times 12, negative 4. And then plus OM. So we need to get OM first. So how do you get OM? So let us see OM. OM is equal to OA plus AM. OM is 224 plus AM. AM is simply a half AB. Tulikuwa na AB. AM is a half AB. So ndio maana make a half AB. So 24 plus 5 negative 4. And that one gives us 7 0. So OM is 70. So tunarudi hapa plus OM, which is 70. This one is going to be negative 3, and this one is going to be negative 1. That is negative itakuwa positive 1. So we'll have 3 negative 1 plus 70. And this one is going to be 4 1. So, and that is M and M. It's going to be that one. Find NM correct one decimal. So this is the modulus. NM modulus simply means the square root of x squared plus y squared. This is x and this is y, which is 4 square plus 1 square. And this is the same as the square root of 17. And that one is going to be 4.1 units. A translation vector maps A onto this. Find the coordinates of the image of B under the translation vector. So let the translation vector be T, which is XY, right? So T, which is XY, plus the image because it translated A, we have A. A is 24 will give us the, not the image, the object will give us the image, which is now 5 negative 1. So to get the translation XY will be 5 negative 1 minus 2 4. So TXY is equal to 3 negative 5. But we were told find the coordinates of the image of B under the same translation. Now tushapata the translation. So B now, B prime, we are looking for B prime will be 3 negative 5, which is our translation, plus the object coordinate, which is 12 negative 4, and that one will give us 15 negative 9, and that is P prime, 15 negative 9. Because this one is paper 1, this kind of statistics is in paper 1, that is form 2 work, whereby you are given the set of data, and then you are supposed to form a frequency distribution table. This one is an histogram. You have been asked to draw an histogram. Histogram tuko na aina mbili. Wakati tuko na class, the class interval ina vary, sio uniform. Tukichora histogram tunatumia frequency density. Lakini wakati the class interval inaenda kama ni 5 5 5 5 5, tunatumia frequency na lower limit. lower limit, upper limit, like that. So hiyo ndio kitu tunataka kujua. So how do you get the frequency density? Frequency density is equal to frequency over the class interval. Class interval. Given the matrix M is this, is singular, find the value of P. Singular matrix, the determinant is equal to 0. In a singular matrix, the determinant is equal to 0. So this is the this one diagonal here. So our determinant is given by 3 times 1 minus this times that, which is P into P minus a half, and the answer is going to be 0. So this one is 3 minus P square minus 1 over 2P, the answer is 0. So we can remove this fraction here by multiplying every term by 2. LCM hapa ni 2. So na multiply hapa times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Hapa itakuwa 6. Hapa itakuwa 2P square. Hapa itakuwa P equal to 0. So utafute namba 2. Wakati na multiply, so this one, let us rearrange this one first. Hii itakuwa negative 2P square minus P plus 6 is equal to 0. If you rearrange, that's how we have it. Then we rearrange. Oh, this one is going to be positive. Negative P, this one is going to be positive. Negative P times negative a half, the answer is going to be positive a half P. So please note that. So I want to make this one positive. This one itakuwa positive, itakuwa 2P square. Hii itakuwa negative P, hii itakuwa negative 6 is equal to 0. You divide by negative kila mahali, itakuwa hivi. So two numbers, when you multiply, the answer is 12. When you add this, the numbers is 3 and 4. But which one is going to be negative? 4 is going to be negative. So 2P square minus 4P plus 3P minus 6 equal to 0. Group them. 2P square minus 4P, 3P minus 6 is equal to 0. The common factor is 2P into P minus 4 plus 3 into P minus 2, P minus 2 equal to 0. Kwa hivyo now we have 2P plus 3, P minus 2, then there is 0. So 2P equal to negative 3 divided by 2 divided by, so P equal to negative 1.5, or P equal to 2. Kirai and basic salary of this per month, and the Kenya shillings for Y for each extra hour worked. Muthurai's basic salary is 20% more than Kirai's basic salary, but also earns a Kenya shillings Y for each extra hour worked. In a certain month, Kirai worked 30 extra hours and earned a total of Kenya shillings 7,000. Muthura worked an extra 40 hours and earned a total of Kenya shillings this. Form two equations in X and Y to represent Kirai's and Muthura's total earnings. Tukua 3 plus 3000 plus 30 is not 3000 plus 30y will be 7000. 1.2 sababu wako na kirai under basic salary of this work the basic salary 120 more 120, that's 120 over 100 x plus 40y equal to 88000. Let us remove this so these are the two equations, but I can remove this decimal here. That one will give me 6x plus 200y equal to 44000. So ni nini nimefanya? If you divide by here nimesema hii ilikuwa 120, ni 120 over 100. Hii na 0. 2 here 6, 2 here 5. So hapa tungekuwa na fraction of 5 over 6. So this one is the same as 6 over 5. So you multiply 5 every term. So if you multiply 5 this term here, itabaki 6x. If you multiply 5 here, itakuwa 200. If you multiply 5 here, you get this one. So that's how I have obtained this. Now use the matrix method to solve x and y. So now copy this one. This is 130. And this one is 6, 200. xy is equal to 70,000. And this one is 44,000. So let us get the determinant. The determinant is 1 times 200. That is 200 minus 180. And that one is going to give us 20. So the inverse equal to 1 over 20 into, you change this one, which is now 200, 1, and then you change the sign, -6, -30. So this is our inverse. So this inverse, you pre-multiply the inverse with this. So we will have 1 over 20, which is the inverse, into 20, -30, -6, 1, times 130, 6, 200, xy will be equal to 1 over 20 into 200, -6, -30, 1, and this one will be 70,000, and this one will be 440,000. This is the inverse. An inverse with the matrix, it is going to give us the identity matrix 1 is 0, 0, 1, xy. So multiply this times this times this, then 5 times that, and that one is going to give us 400, 40,000, 1,000, meaning that x is equal to 400,000 to 40,000, y is equal to 1,000. The displacement s meters of a moving particle after t seconds is given by this. So this is t cube, 2 over 3 t cube. Determine the velocity of the particle when t is 5 seconds. So velocity, So velocity, you differentiate the distance, the displacement. So velocity equal to ds over dt. So this one is going to be 2 t square minus 7t minus 6. But at t equal to 5, now we substitute 5 here. 2 5 square minus 7 into 5 minus 6. This one gives us 50 minus 35 minus 6. That gives us 9 meters per second. 9 meters per second is the velocity. Determine the time t seconds when the particle is momentarily at rest. At rest, v equal to 0. Velocity is equal to 0. So you equate the velocity with 0. So 2t square minus 7t minus 6, the answer is 0. We can get t using the quadratic formula. P square minus 4ac divided by 2a. So this one, t equal to 7 plus minus square root 7 square minus 4 times a 2 times negative 6 divided by 4. This one gives you t equal to 4.212 or negative 0.7122. So t time will not be negative, therefore the time will be 4.212 when it is at rest. Displacement s when the particle is momentarily at rest. Now we have time when the particle is at rest. It is 4.212. We have that time. Therefore, so s will be, now you substitute this time in this equation. S we add 2 over 3t cube minus 7 over 2 t square minus 6t plus 8. Now you substitute this time there. We will have 2 over 3 into 4.212 cube minus 7 over 2 into 4.212 square minus 6 into 4.212 plus 8. So you press your calculator and you find distance is going to be 37.5487 meters. Acceleration of the particle when time is t. Acceleration, you differentiate velocity. So acceleration a is equal to dv over dt, velocity. Now our velocity was here, t square. So this is going to be 4t, and this was 7, will be minus 7, and that is velocity. So velocity is going to be 4t minus 7. So no, acceleration, sorry. So acceleration is going to be 4t minus 7. But at t equal to 4, now you substitute here. We are going to have 4 times 4 minus 7. That one is 16 minus 7. That is 9 meters per second square. And that is the acceleration when time is equal to 4 seconds. Maisha ni magumu, lakini never give up.